Episode 6, we back. We are at the December mark of the season. We're 11-11. We're a lot further than y'all saw last time in episode 5. That's because I'm recording this for a second time. The first version of episode 6, I wasn't a fan of. I kind of ranted about 2K, and I didn't really want that to cloud the entire episode. So I'm just going to record another one where we're going to be a lot more chill. We're not going to let the rant distract us from what we have at hand. There are a few things I want to address and talk about that came to my mind. So one of the things is I saw a comment about a person who was, I guess, using these same rosters or draft class file, and he's saying his rookies in his little own universe are performing way, 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 way too good. So I wanted him to be able to see, and others who may be experiencing similar things to him, my rookie class is like doing, I guess, typical rookie stuff. It's nothing that's crazy. I mean, Dylan Harper is averaging 23, 6, and 6, which is some outstanding numbers for a rookie. But you also have to understand that I'm controlling him. I'm putting him at 36 minutes per game. Devin Booker has been hurt a lot, so a lot of his shots, were amplified. Devin Booker is now back. In the first game, Devin Booker came back. Dylan Harper's shots were a lot less than we were seeing when he was out there by himself. Cooper Flag is playing really phenomenal. This is the guy that a lot of people talk about in this class as far as generational, so it's no surprise with the numbers he's putting up. Trey Johnson is playing a lot better than he was to start the season. His numbers have taken an extreme jump from 2 episodes ago. I remember looking at his numbers when I did the first version of this episode, and it was like he was averaging like 9 points. So over the last month and some change, he's really going crazy. But everybody else is kind of standard. I mean, Ace Bailey, 13 points. This is really good for him playing 23 minutes. Con Nipple was averaging 12. And then you just got everybody else just kind of, getting in where they fit in as far as rookies. There's an extreme drop-off of like scoring and numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like even the playing time, you'll see Dominique Clifford is over here playing 27 minutes and only averaging 7 points. Now the shooting numbers can be a certain way. That's because attention to detail. They say some badges make the shooting either extremely good or extremely bad. They got a certain number of badges you can remove during sim. I haven't went that far to remove them or cared to remove them. So maybe that's an issue with my shooting numbers. Like Cooper Flag is shooting 54% from the field and 43% from 3. It is only 22 games into the season. I would expect by the end of the year, or it's only 20 games for him, I would expect by the end of the year those numbers to drop significantly. There was a point where VJ Edgecombe was shooting 53% from 3. Like, again, the first version of this episode I recorded, I looked at all their numbers. We were simulated 5 or 6 games, and his 3-point shot has dropped to 38%. It probably will drop even more. So keep that in mind. It's still very early. In the simulation numbers and stats, they're never going to be able to get them identical because 2K has its own engine. I don't want to go off into a 2K thing again because that's what made me want to redo this episode in the first place. But you just got to understand, and like I'll also say this to end on this note. Like myself, I'll say that anybody else is playing this game, whether it's for content or your own little personal thing, never be afraid or scared to go in here and mess with stuff yourself, right? It's your game. You play it how you want to. If you're seeing a guy shoot the 3 ball a little too good for your liking, then go and drop his rating a little bit, or go mess with his tendencies and say, hey, I don't want him to do this. I don't want him to shoot that much. Hey, he's taking too many shots a game. You know what I mean? Like just mess around with it. Like, these are not going to be advertised as the perfect ratings and attributes and tendencies and sliders. Anybody who does sliders, ratings, or whatever, they're going to tell you it's very hard to make perfect because it's a game that is a video game, number one, but it's also 2K, and you can only work with the tools that they give you. Some other stuff. I saw somebody asking, yo, P, are we going to bring back the random event generator? The answer is yes. I was in a bit of a rush because we were in the off season. I wanted to get to the regular season and do everything, so I didn't use it in the off season. But I will say a couple of things. Number one, we have 3 random events that we generated that I'm going to go over and show you guys. Number 2, I think the random event generator is really, really, really good to spice up your series. But even like just like an offline thing you're doing on your own, I think is really good for, because 2K can get generic and stale with some of the storylines that they create. But the spicy ones for like content, like to catch y'all attention, I think those random events are a lot better in the middle of the year. But like right now, pre-trade deadline, regular season, there are things where it's like a player showed up late to film, suspend them for a game. It's like very subtle, small things that I don't know will capture y'all attention or keep y'all too entertained. So I was waiting to the trade deadline or the middle of the season, but I did pull 3 of them to do. So the ones that ended up happening was a random event that was dramatic, which I think we'll save for last. Um, and I don't know. I don't want to call it dramatic, but the main one was that the Kings were to release the worst player on their roster and sign a veteran. That was the random event that I pulled, which is event number 30 for anybody curious to go see. You release the worst player on the roster, and then you sign a veteran. So we released, I forgot who we released. I think it was Jalen McDaniels, Jaden's brother. And then we signed the vet, Joe Ingles. Like very subtle stuff. You know what I mean? Like very, very subtle stuff. The other one was event number 9, which was to go to a random team. And the random team that I pulled was the Indiana Pacers. And it was to select a random player number 13. You figure out who number 13 is based off the rating. So Tyrese Halliburton is player number 1 with the highest rating. You go 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. So you get down to player 13, and player 13 ended up being their rookie, Chaz Lanier from Tennessee, and he's out 30 days with a broken kneecap. And so, again, it's just these type of things that are very small and subtle. And then the last and most dramatic one was event number 43, which is where you go to a random team and you generate a random player, and they have a medical condition that has to force the player to retire early. I'm going to be real with y'all, and I'm going to be transparent. When I selected this event, so if you never use the random event generator, how it works is you throw in the number 0 or 1, whichever one you didn't use last. It'll cycle through and shuffle the events. It'll give you an event number. You read the description, and it'll tell you everything you need to do. Then on the right side of the page, you have a random event generator a random team generator, and it'll pick a random team, and then beneath that has a random player, and it'll tell you what number of player to go. So the Denver Nuggets was picked, and it was their 3rd best player. He's not up here anymore because it says to go in, change his overall, and make him retire early. And I'm going to show y'all by default who it was. It is Robert Williams. So as you can see, Robert Williams is a 52 overall. It told me to make his age 45 to force him to retire after the season. And he was the 3rd highest rated Denver Nugget. Now, where the honesty and transparency comes in at is when I pulled that event and I went to random team, of course, it landed on the Suns. And then it gave me a random player number, which was like 13 or 14, which ended up being Will Riley. And I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this. I'm not going to allow my rookie wing, who I just drafted and only played 3 games with, I'm not going to allow him to have some medical condition where he has to abruptly retire before we can even get a glimpse of what he is. So then I said, I'm going to do it one more time. And I did it one more time, and it landed on the Nuggets, and it landed on Robert Williams. And as much as I love Time Lord, as big of a get he was during the offseason for the Nuggets in that Michael Porter Jr. trade that got them Grant and Robert Williams, which, gives the Nuggets some extra depth. It sucks, but I had to do it. I could not allow myself to take my boy Will Riley out from us. Like that just wasn't it. Other things, I updated the trade block. Like, again, I like the way Cole Anthony has played. I like the way Royce O'Neal plays when I'm playing the games. His sim numbers are trash. I think Gafford is cool. But I think all of these guys would just be much better suited to try to make available at the deadline. I think they all have played, like even Cole Anthony. Like, I'm going to let y'all look. Cole Anthony numbers are exactly what I think a contending team would want for somebody that has 1 year left on their deal. I believe he has one. Does he have a player option, or is it just 1 year flat? He has a team option. He has a team option of $13 million. So you might get a second half year rental of a guy who's coming off the bench, giving you 14 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal on 45, 37, 91 shooting. It's just too good. Gafford isn't having the greatest season, but he's still giving you 10 points 6 rebounds, and he's just doing a really good job rebounding and scoring. He'll be somebody's backup center on a championship team. Should be shooting the ball way better than 54%. I don't know what's going on with him this year. Very disappointed with that. And then PJ Washington. I mean, the theory of PJ Washington, the idea is cool. Again, you would just be getting a guy who can guard 2 to 3 positions and be able to spot up on the last year of his deal. And because we are 11-11, because I don't think we're going to be some playoff team, I have no problem putting all these guys on the market and just seeing if there's anything of value that we could get by trying to help one of these teams that is truly contending and needing extra bodies. So keep an eye on that. This target list, I didn't make. 2K kind of made this for me, and I was like, I'm going to just leave it there because I don't have a problem with it. But Devin Booker did return. I'm trying to see which game exactly did Book return. It's very funny. Okay, so Book returned in one of these games where it was really recent. The reason I'm trying to show y'all is because when he came back, the first game back, Devin Booker kind of like took over. And I'm mad that I'm not finding it. Is it this? Or it has to be one of these games. I don't know what happened, y'all. But anyway, one of those games, D-Book came back and like everybody's shots dropped off significantly. Everybody's shots. Was it this game? He took 21 shots. No, because Harper still took 23 shots. I feel like the game Book came back officially. Their shots dropped like crazy. Maybe I'm overlooked. Maybe it wasn't the first game. I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, D-Book is back. He's taking all of the shots. Bill was doing his thing. He's only taking 4 shots in this game. He's fouling out like crazy. I don't get that. I don't know why somebody has to foul out so damn like crazy. To foul out in 20 minutes as a guard is just like I don't know. 2K again, it's 2K's engine. So we want to get to the end of this month, figure out some moves to make, start setting our eyes on this offseason and figuring out how we're going to put this team together to be in position to really make some type of playoff run. Being a bad team is just not fun, man. And we got a long way to go. I thought there was a world we could be a little bit better than what we are, and I guess being a 500 team is kind of okay. But there's a lot of disappointment. Dylan Harper does play really well. Shout out to the dude that brought up the point. The rookie's playing extremely well. I don't know what Dylan Harper or why Dylan Harper plays so good during sim. But when you look at his attributes, the only attribute for Dylan Harper that is kind of like mind-blowing is he has a 91 layup. And that's because the best thing he does in real life as a prospect is finish. Again, I had no partaking in creating this draft class. I didn't touch it at all. So I don't want y'all to think that any of this is off of me. I just kind of went with the flow of what they had this year. Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't really like this team. So my goal is to clear as much money as possible, get as many assets as possible, and slowly put foundational pieces around Book and Dylan Harper. Use this year to figure out what we like, what we don't like. There's a tough game for Dylan Harper. 5 of 11, 6 turnovers, 1 of 6 from 3. The Spurs, Fox. Yeah, for them to have Giannis, they lose in quite a few. They're 9-16. They're 9-16. Like, there are just certain teams that I just don't get the logic with 2K sometimes. Hey, if that was my team, if I had put together that team, we was doing a Spurs series and I got Giannis Antetokounmpo and we were below 500, I would say that the game is cheating. There's just certain teams that like 2K, they ain't. Like, I remember when the Celtics were a bad sim team last year. You had to always like go in and make sure the Celtics were going to be able to win games and force wins for them because there was this common thing where they just weren't that good. We're playing a little better than we should be. 14-13, we are an above 500 team. I think we're able to keep our pick with certain restrictions. So we want to make sure we ain't too damn good. We got to make sure, like, again, it's now 2 games over 500. Cole Anthony, another good game. Devin Booker. Book being back has really killed everything production-wise. Oh, no, it didn't. I thought I didn't see Bill. Let's look at the year Bill is having, y'all. 18, 3.5, and 4. 40. He almost is shooting 40% from 3. That's big. That's big. Book is giving us 26, 4, and 6, 47, 35. Normal Book stuff. 23, 6, and 6, 49, 32. And then his numbers are dropping just a tad bit. Just a tad bit. We'll see how much we can continue to win over some of these teams. The Wizards, struggling team. Wow, we're on a 3-game winning streak. I didn't even notice. We're on a win streak right now. We beating the hell out of a young Wizards team that doesn't seem to be that good. Beating the hell out of them. 130-91. Harper went crazy. Almost had his first career triple-double. It looked like a team effort. P.J. Washington somehow snuck his ass back into the rotation. Yeah, nice little team effort. Nice double-double from Trent. Trent Wofford is one of my favorite players on our team. I don't know if y'all can notice. We are officially on a 1-2. We're on a 4-game winning streak. Can we beat Minnesota? Minnesota. Can we beat Memphis and extend this to a 5-game win streak? They're below 500 as well, which I don't know why. Why would they be under 500? Must be some injuries. We're down early, fighting back. Retake the lead. They take it back. And, yeah, they got out of there by 1 point. Jaren Jackson. Oh, no. Ja Morant is right here. Desmond Bane is hurt. What happened to Desmond Bane? They signed Kevin Porter Jr. when he got hurt. Desmond Bane, what type of injury you got, Brody? He is dealing with a spinal injury. Shit. Spinal injury, 2 or 4. That's why they about to have him out for a long time. Spinal injury is fucking nasty. Bro, we got a Christmas Day game? Are they serious? Look at these Christmas Day games. December 25th, we have a Christmas Day game. I fake want to play this game, but I'm so like invested into moving on from this team that I don't want to keep playing with these players. Like, I don't think I can play another game with PJ Washington being on our team. Like, I'm ready to trade PJ Washington. I need somebody who can guard. I'm tired of having to guard the Jason Tatums of the world without a damn point of attack defender. Yeah, Dylan Harper is hooping. I don't know if Dylan Harper's numbers is going to dip. I don't know what it is. I promise y'all, like, I have no idea why he hoops so good. Like, when I'm playing with him, he ain't shooting 5 of 7 from 3. I can't answer why Dylan Harper is playing so good, but I can say it ain't the entire draft class. It's just Dylan Harper who's playing. It must be the culture we got here. This is good guard culture. Jared Dudley know what he's doing to get the best out of his guards. We're beating up on a good Pistons team. Oh, they retook the lead. We won at the buzzer. D-Book, 20. See, this is what I meant. D-Book came back, and he beat 24 shots, and a lot of these guys' shots are going down. 1 of 5. I love Dylan Harper because he's a stat sheet stuffer. We are officially, bro, we're not only are we in the playoffs, y'all, we're the 4th seed. How? So, okay, Sacramento being down here makes sense. Utah, okay, Pelicans, are they having another injury-riddled year? Like, why are they so bad? I can't understand why they're so bad. Yves Missy is out, but Zion, as long as Zion is healthy, they should be solid. Why is this team so ass? The Nuggets are below 500 after the trade that they made. It's so weird. The Lakers with Luka and LeBron ain't doing a damn thing. It's a very strange year. Minnesota is still good. They don't even have Ant. Ant hurt. And they still cool. Clippers are good with Bogey Bogdanovich starting. The Blazers. The Blazers are the 5th seed out west. Golden State is a 500 team. Who are they missing? Jimmy Butler? Yep, Jimmy Butler's hurt. I know, Steph at 85. Steph at 85 overall. I know a lot of y'all going to see that and be like, yada, yada. I know. Me and Shania had a conversation about this. This is one of the things in the other episode that I was talking about that kind of was long-winded. You got to have mind over matter. But I feel y'all. When I see that, it threw me off as well. But it's all about how they perform and how they play. Let's see. Because at 85, he's averaging 26, 6, and 4, 50, 40, 93 as an 85. That just shows you exactly how you can't really gauge the ratings because he's still playing and performing like Steph Curry, even with 85. Those are numbers that you would get from a Steph Curry with the default 2K rosters. Like he would probably average 26. I don't know if he would be shooting as well. I don't know if the gameplay, the simulation would be as good, but those are Curry type numbers, and these are Draymond type numbers, giving you 9, 7, and 7. 35% from the field is a little nasty, but 15, 9, and 4, stealing a block, 48. Yeah. Hey man. I don't know how we the 4th seed. We are really finding a way to win. And we should beat the hell out of this Kings team too, because it said that they're the worst team out west. So I hope we don't slip up and let them catch us lacking. Yeah, we beating the hell out of them. Yo, we are a good team. We got to figure out what are we doing that's so good. Oh no, that's the last year. That's the last game of the month. Let's simulate through this day. Boom. We are now in a brand new year with the 3rd best team out west. I have to look at League News season awards. So my guess would be Dylan Harper is in a running for Rookie of the Year. I would also have to guess that Cole Anthony is maybe in a 6th Man of the Year. Outside of that, I don't think that there's. Where's the award races? We don't have award races yet. Okay. Let's go to stats and let's look at like team stats. We have the 9th best differential. We're plus 3.5 points. How do we rank where it comes to? That's why our defense is elite. Based off the stats, we have an elite defense. We are only allowing 107. We're allowing the 2nd fewest points in the entire NBA. We're only 0.6 away from the Thunder, and we know how good this team is. Why are we so good defensively? Oh, I start Ryan Dunn. Is that why now? Is that why? Is the change of Ryan Dunn and Trenton Wofford, is that the biggest difference? I'm so curious in knowing this information because y'all have seen me play. Is he hurt? Because Royce O'Neal wasn't out of the rotation, so is he hurt? Maybe I did take him out of the rotation. I don't know. But y'all have seen me play actual footage, and we have no point of attack defender. How good are we as a 3-point shooting team? We're not. I mean, we might be middle of the pack. 20th. Okay. How often do we get to the free throw line of the team? We're in the bottom half. Okay. How well do we rebound? Or how well do we offensive rebound? Probably middle of the pack. I'm just trying to figure out what characteristics about our team are so good. We average 14 offensive rebounds a game. What stands out with us versus other teams that has us so elite? We're literally middle of the pack defensive rebounder. Do we share the ball really good? Nah, we're in the bottom half of assists, steals per game. We're in the bottom of steals per game, blocks per game. We're in the bottom with blocks per. Like I don't understand turnovers per game. We average the least amount of turnovers. We take care of the basketball. We foul a bunch. We don't score off of turnovers a lot. Second chance points. We must be middle of the pack. Points in the paint. Yeah, what element is making us so damn good? Is our bench? Do we have the highest score bench or something? Not even. We're top 10 in bench scoring, but it ain't like we the Jazz. Opponent field goals made. Yeah, opponents shoot 43% against us, which is really, really good. Opponent 3-point percentage. Second lowest. Yeah, so we just really guard well and don't allow teams to shoot the ball efficiently. But it ain't like we forcing a bunch of turnovers. I don't know. This is very strange, man. It's very strange. It's one of these anomaly years where it feels like none of these stats correlate to anything significant. So we might be a team that like has a second half collapse. I shouldn't get used to us winning this much. The team chemistry is at a 99% right now, though. And Devin Booker is going up too. Harper is going. Everybody's going up too. We are thriving right now. Holy shit. Okay. Gafford, what are you looking like for this year? Are you improving? Still giving us about 10-6. Richards off the bench, 6-6. 11-4 or whatever. I'm very curious. What could we? Okay. Let's see something, y'all. We have our pick, which is the best. We have the better pick between our pick and the Grizzlies pick. So whatever pick is higher, we'll take. The Grizzlies are having a down year, by the way. We got to keep our eye on the Grizzlies, actually. We actually have to keep our eye on the Grizzlies. Because if the Grizzlies, they're moving up in the standings a little bit. I think the Lakers, it's very tight right here. It's very tight. This Western Conference is very tight. Outside of these top two, I mean, we lose 3 games in a row, and we would be down here in a mix somewhere. Yeah, it's very tight. So it ain't as crazy as it seems. It's just a very tight race out west. Everything is tight. There's not a lot of breathing room. Not a lot of breathing room at all. Lakers are a couple games away from being the worst team in the conference, or a couple of games away from being in the play-in. Like, that's how tight it is. So we got to keep our eye on the Grizzlies, because if the Grizzlies somehow, let's look at like a potential mock draft. They have the Grizzlies mocked up at, where's the pick? Why would the Hornets get the Grizzlies pick? It would be between us. So this 12th pick would be ours. I don't know what the hell they talking about. We would have the pick between 20 and 12, and we would take the 12. So yeah, very interesting stuff right there. Keep your eyes on the Grizzlies. But I do want to see, is there somebody out there who is like on one of these teams or struggling teams that a team wouldn't mind taking on some expiring deals? You don't have no player options on your deal, do you? Because we could get, as 22, we can put together expiring contracts of 22. Is there any other expiring 22? You put in his 14 to that 22. We talking about $36 million. We keeping our first. Just curious. I'm not trading the 2030. We're not in a position to be buyers like this type of level of buying. But if you put together $36 million and we gave you our 2030, who could be out there that would help? Like, is there a center? You know what I mean? Like, what are the Celtics doing? What are the Celtics doing? Is there a team out here that would sell a center who would be an upgrade over Daniel Gafford? Or is there a wing upgrade out here like Cam Johnson? The trade is illegal for the Nets. A team at most can have 15 players. I'm just looking around the league right now, y'all. I'm just looking for guys that may be in places that aren't winning or having a certain level of success, or that may have a big contract that a team may not want to continue to invest in. Something that could really spike our team up, because I have to believe that what we're doing right now isn't sustainable. Yeah, we're gonna try to figure something out, man. We're gonna try to figure something out. I'm gonna have to figure out, do I double down on this year and some of the success we having? Do I kind of just say, it's not sustainable no matter what? We just not that good of a team, and I try to, do what I can do at the deadline. But like, you can't even look at the Blazers as a team to just pick from, because they're a playoff team as well. So I can't just be like, oh man, they don't need KCP. Nah, they using KCP right now. He's helping them out. But yeah, we have to find like maybe a 5 or something. We need one more added punch to the lineup, and I think we'd be okay. So, I'm gonna leave off on this note. Third best team in the Western Conference. We're the 3rd seed. Probably got to start scouting a little bit more. Looking at some of these guys. Who was the highest scouted guy? My boy Ishmael. Who was the number 1 projected pick? AJ. Yeah, I thought we were going to be in a running for one of these guys, but at 19 and 14, I don't know if that's going to be the case, man. I do not know if that's going to be the case. As always, I appreciate y'all. Can't wait for episode 7. I'm going to try to get to that deadline and see if we make some moves. And then if we do, I'll try to get y'all some gameplay in one of the next episodes. But man, I don't even know how to explain how we're winning.